In the early 2000s, as Australia continued to navigate the complexities of global terrorism, ASIS, the Australian Secret Intelligence Service, launched one of its most covert operations, Operation Aragon. This operation was designed to track and dismantle a growing network of extremist groups operating in the Southeast Asian region, particularly those with ties to Al-Qaeda and other international terror organizations. The stakes were high. Australian nationals were at risk, and the region itself was becoming increasingly unstable. Operation Aragon was initiated in response to intelligence indicating that a large cell of extremists was plotting to carry out terrorist attacks against Western targets in Southeast Asia, including Australian interests. ASIS's mission was clear: infiltrate the network, gather intelligence, and prevent any attacks before they could be carried out. What set this operation apart from others was the level of coordination required with both regional and international intelligence agencies. ASIS had to navigate a complex political and cultural landscape, working with local governments, military forces, and intelligence agencies to neutralize the threat. The operation began with a focused effort to gather intelligence on the key figures behind the terrorist network. ASIS agents were deployed to countries in Southeast Asia known for harboring these extremist factions. Working covertly, the agents infiltrated local communities and established networks of informants who could provide real-time information on the movements and plans of the extremists. In an environment rife with suspicion and danger, these agents had to blend in seamlessly, using their expertise in human intelligence, HUMINT, and covert surveillance to gather critical data without exposing themselves to detection. The agents faced significant challenges. The extremists they were tracking were well-versed in counter-surveillance techniques, making it difficult for ASIS to gather actionable intelligence. The operatives had to move quickly, often working under extreme pressure, and adapt to changing situations in real time. In some cases, they had to rely on local contacts and regional intelligence agencies to fill in the gaps, forging relationships that would allow them to track the movement of dangerous individuals without raising alarms. Despite the challenges, the operation saw ASIS gather a wealth of intelligence on the structure and activities of the extremist group. Agents uncovered weapons caches, bomb-making facilities, and communication hubs used to coordinate attacks. ASIS operatives were also able to identify key members of the network, including individuals directly tied to some of the most infamous terrorist leaders in the region. With this intelligence, they could build a clearer picture of the threat, pinpointing where the extremists were operating and how they planned to strike. As Operation Aragon continued, ASIS worked alongside Australian Federal Police, AFP, and other global intelligence agencies like the CIA and MI6. This cooperation was crucial in coordinating efforts to apprehend the key operatives before they could act on their plans. The agents provided intelligence that led to a series of successful raids, preventing several potential attacks and capturing high-value targets tied to the extremist network. One of the most significant outcomes of Operation Aragon was the disruption of a major bombing plot aimed at Australian interests in Southeast Asia. The intelligence gathered through ASIS's efforts helped foil the attack, potentially saving countless lives. The operation also dealt a significant blow to the extremist network, dismantling much of its infrastructure and sending a clear message to those who would threaten Australian security. While the full scope of Operation Aragon remains classified, its impact was far-reaching. It highlighted ASIS's crucial role in global counter-terrorism efforts and demonstrated the agency's ability to operate in some of the world's most dangerous and volatile regions. The operation was a reminder of the silent, often unseen work carried out by intelligence agencies to protect national interests and keep citizens safe. In the years that followed, ASIS's success in Operation Aragon helped shape Australia's approach to counter-terrorism, both at home and abroad. It reinforced the importance of intelligence gathering, the need for international cooperation, and the dedication of those who work behind the scenes to prevent tragedy before it strikes. Operation Aragon remains one of ASIS's most successful and significant covert operations in its long history of protecting Australian interests worldwide.